Congratulations, you finally made it to 4 p.m. You know what that means. Happy hour. It's time to kick back, relax, and dive into the world of sports with the Young and Norvelle Show. Whether you're catching up on the latest scores, analyzing the big plays, or gearing up for tonight's games, we've got you covered. So grab a cold one, settle in, and let's talk sports. Here they are, Patric Young and Terry Norvelle.
Remember, how'd you do?
I was watching.
Our show's open. Our show's open. And stop trying to talk trash.
I did good.
Stop trying to talk trash. The show's open.
I don't know. Are we open?
Yes.
Are we?
He just ran the intro. Stop trying to talk. It's 4 o'clock.
Okay. Welcome, everyone, to a Monday edition of the Young and Norvelle Show. He's the young part, Patric Young. I'm the old part, Terry
Talking so much trash. He's terrible.
We're live at Fore Score Golf. We're in San Marco. Come by, say hi. We'll be here till 6 o'clock. Wonderful restaurant. What about the restaurant on the front end of this place? The fun, the recreation on the back place. Yeah. But, man, this is a fun place.
This has got a really nice classic and simple vibe.
It does.
Because they're really last week, you're still laughing about – So, last show, I met a cool couple here. They live right around the corner. They said this is their spot. This is their spot. They love the drinks. They love the food. And I'm like, if you live around in the San Marco area.
Can you imagine walking to the San Marco Square? How fun this would be if you live within walking distance.
Yeah, I'm going to this is where I want to live. I want to live around this area.
Place. So anyway, man, do we have a lot to get to. I think we're live on the air of the Young and Norvelle Show. We're at Fore Score Golf Tavern.
See, now I'm bad mood, Patrick. So
you're not. You're in a good mood. Hey, you took a hammering, though. You took a hammer. Your picks took a hammering. Okay,
how'd you do? Did you win all three?
It's early, though, Patrick. It's early. You can make a comeback.
You do good.
We'll get to those later. Wow, Jaguars shut out second half. Dolphins hung around. Dolphins, wow. You know, the Dolphins did not play a clean game themselves. I hate to tell you this. If the Jaguars had lost yesterday, but the Dolphins played this perfect game, you go, okay, Patrick.
Well, it'd be sad because we'd say, okay, and like, dang, they're on another level. Like
the Dolphins did not exactly play a clean game, and Miami gets the win. And, Patrick, I hate to lead off with this, but we have to. We're going to talk a lot of college football. We're going to talk Gators and Seminoles and Bulldogs and college football, national. We're going to talk NFL. We're going to talk week 1, week 2 coming up. I hate to lead off with this, but it's a proven mathematical fact. The Jaguars will take on Cleveland. Mm-hmm. Game 2, week 2, right here, down here at the stadium.
Yep.
You realize, in terms of a playoff berth, it's almost must win.
Oh yeah.
Have you seen the NFL numbers say this? Since 1990, which is a long time ago, and probably when this season got expanded. Since 1990,
2 loss teams,
a 2-loss 0-2 start, you have an 11% chance. 11% chance.
But I would like
the
I'd like to think that if that 0-2 counts with in terms of conference games too. If you start 0-2 and one of them is a conference game, well, that could be even more detrimental.
The numbers are. Since 1990, 31 teams have started the season 0-2 and made the playoffs out of 270 seasons. 31 of 270. That's 11%, meaning the Jaguars this Sunday and the Browns, who lost their first game, it's a de facto playoff elimination game.
Yeah.
Can you say that?
Yeah. Could be, but and I was listening to some other guys, some national guys talking about, Jags and also Cleveland. Man, people are just like Deshaun Watson sucks.
Oh man,
they're like, man, you can't cut him, you can't trade him
because of the contract.
Yeah, because of the contract. But look, they made this bed. They made the bed that they're going to be suffering through, and you know what sucks? It's like they came in like I don't think Deshaun Watson truly was punished for this transgressions, and I'm just in a way like, what's happening?
Come on.
What is that?
Oh no, it's not bothering us.
They're asking us. Turn it up, man. Robbie's asking us here at Fore Score Golf. Is the music too loud? Turn it up, Robbie.
Man, Deshaun, even though he was a Texan, he had some good moments. And I just
it's been a long time
through what
though.
he went through, and it pissed everybody off because not only did he get this unbelievable contract, it was so fast. There was like, I'm not going to say that the man shouldn't have played football, but I don't know if he got enough time to really to get a freaking fully guaranteed contract. Fully guaranteed, no trade. We just believe it. And I'm not one to play the moral god here, but I think when you look over a moral judgment and just like, oh, he's a great football player, so we're going to keep him. Like, that just doesn't sit well with a lot of people.
I'm going to tell you, man, the numbers, and they're right here. 0-2 start since 1990 in the NFL, 11% chance of making the playoffs. It's a playoff elimination game.
Yeah.
Between Cleveland here Sunday and the Jaguars. Don't you hate that, number one? Number two, don't look now. And I know it's only one game. Okay, the sky's falling down, Chicken Little. I get that. Don't look now. Did you look at the standing in the AFC South? Houston won. They beat Indy.
Mm-hmm.
Tennessee lost. Yep. Jacksonville lost. The entire South, 1 week into the season, is looking up at Houston.
All right there.
Already looking
and a
up
conference
at
win.
Houston.
And a conference win in conference win for them as well.
Oh, goodness.
I didn't see Tennessee. I knew that they were neck and neck for a while, but they just couldn't score enough points.
Actually, did they get beat by Chicago?
With Chicago?
I think the Bears, yeah.
Oh, yeah. They were up like 14-0,
they jumped up because I went, thank God for the Bears.
Yeah.
Knocking them off.
Thank God for their kicker.
Oh, God.
And it was another game that kicker 5 field. It was 15. It might have been the Steelers. Their first 5. They
won the game
points.
with
kick.
6 field goals. That's all they scored. 18 points, and they won the game.
Yeah.
Over Atlanta.
I'm telling you, their defense. They're deep. And look, and that's the thing that really great franchises have done. They understand that you're not always going to win when your quarterback's average.
One way.
But when you have a freaking monster of TJ Watt that just screws up, it doesn't matter what. Like he had 2 strip sack fumbles that got called back. Just chaos.
Yeah.
He is just, and it helps. Obviously, you got to have another guy on the other side to so he doesn't get double teamed all the time. But goodness gracious, if the Jags had something like that.
What about though Pittsburgh winning?
Yeah,
putting 18 points on the board, all
field goals. Yeah,
all field goals.
Yeah,
they didn't score an offensive point, and they're 1-0.
How do you feel? Mike Tomlin's never had a losing season. He's always been like.
Is that right? How about that?
Do you hate that? Just because it's like, all right, 9-8, 9-8, or game over.
Pittsburgh's franchise historically, they don't pull the plug quickly, right? They've only had like 6 coaches in the history of the franchise. I mean, Chuck Noll and Mike Tomlin.
I have so many words about that couple that just walked out.
And Bill Cowher.
So
yeah, I saw them.
Boy, he was a lot older than her.
Yeah, she was. There's your big truck.
It was Bill Belichick and his 24-year-old girlfriend just walked by.
We're guests here in San Marco. We are guests here.
Hey, I'm not judging. Happy for them.
But how about the Steelers? 18 points, all special teams points. They're 1-0. They didn't score an offensive
point. Look, man,
point.
in the NFL, and that's what that makes you hurt so frustrated about the Jags loss. A win, you'll take it how you get it.
Oh, in that league, any way you can get it, man.
I mean,
what
was a game last year. There was a game that was won 6-3 between terrible teams.
That's gonna leave a mark. 6-3. The old 6-3.
And I think there was a 3-0 game last year as well. But guess what? It was a win.
Shouldn't that be a half a win?
It should not be a win. Oh my gosh.
Your thoughts
in their season.
Your thoughts, though, obviously. I know everybody's pointing to the fumble, the Etienne fumble into the end zone, recovered by the Dolphins. What looked like a sure 7 points could have put them up. I look at football games a little bit different than a lot of people. Maybe I'm wrong, but I think games balance themselves out. The Jaguars ran 70 offensive plays. The Dolphins ran 70 offensive plays. I look at it a little bit different. Was that a devastating moment? Yeah, sure it was. The fumble in the end zone.
It wasn't the game. The game wasn't over.
Things happened before then.
Yeah.
I look at the Dolphins. Miami's second possession of the game, Tua missed a not open Not
Oh
kind,
yeah. Oh
not
yeah.
not open.
Tyreek. Oh
not
yeah.
kind of open, not sort of open. Tyreek Hill was so open, he could have caught the ball and done a skip to the loo, my darling, into the end zone.
Yeah.
So things like that.
Overthrew him a little bit. Yeah.
The kickoff where Parker Washington runs it into the line, gets hit, fumbles. How in God's green earth
How did he get the ball
How
back?
did he get it back?
Because you watch the replay.
How did he get it back?
He like falls out and then he
Yes.
just gets back. But you got to love that about Parker Washington
But
because
I
the
mean-
guy was like,
but I mean, there.
I'm not letting
Yes. But there's the Dolphins could have had the ball at the 20-yard line,
Right.
and you can go on and
this. Missed
on.
the field goal.
You miss
after-
a field
missed
goal.
the field goal after.
Why do you go for it at your own 31? The Dolphins, if you went back and charted that entire game, did the Jaguars have some drops? Yes. Christian Kirk had a couple of drops. The
second one was tough. The first one he definitely should have had.
The
second one was tough.
Dolphins, they literally had half dozen drop passes.
Yeah, it did.
So they didn't play clean either. My point is that stuff kind of balances itself out. But,
Man,
oh,
the
my
Dolphins-
goodness, the offensive line for the Jaguars, it's an issue.
Man, the
And
Dolphins.
people- Go ahead.
The Dolphins do a fantastic job of getting the ball out quick
Yep.
and getting their blockers. So they're not always going to be 10-yard gains, but
Yeah.
they run those quick plays that it stretches the field. It kept the
Yeah.
Jaguars, but the Jags still did a fantastic job. The Jags struggled. Every guy that I can't put a percentage on it, Terry.
Yeah.
But I would say the first contact guy rarely ever made the tackle.
Yeah.
And
that's what they count on.
Yeah.
They hit, then they hit you over the
Yeah.
top.
The D-line was okay. I think they were okay.
I like the Jacks. That was the strength of their team, and
Yeah.
I think that's the strength of their team. I
Yeah.
mean, Walker had a couple sacks. He played well. Hines Allen played well. The Jaguar offensive line, and people say, well, the Jaguars only threw 6 passes in the second half. I don't think they thought they could block them. I don't think.
Yeah, I mean those two sacks were clear.
The overlying issue that I would have if I was the biggest Jaguar fan in the world right now would be looking at the game. Miami won the game. Miami 1-0, Jacksonville 0-1. I get all that. The biggest thing that I take away, and shame on me for not knowing this until the actual broadcast yesterday, I didn't realize. Did you see how depleted Miami was? Their secondary was beat up. Ramsey's gimping around.
Yeah, he wasn't 100%.
Their secondary's beat up. The defensive line for Miami.
They still don't have Bradley Chubb back.
Chubb's gone. The kid from UCLA was on a pitch count. Miami was limited. They almost kind of went in there with a – Miami just kind of gimped in there, and the Jaguars didn't win.
Well, I think what happened –
that really would hurt me if I was the big Jaguar guy.
I think really Calais is getting that sack
early. Second
play.
Second play.
I think that punched the Jags in the mouth.
Yeah.
I think
here's a 38-year-old guy.
Yeah.
That's clearly a star player in the NFL, but he's way on the back half of his career.
Yeah.
And he goes right through your line that you pieced together.
Yeah.
You said, wait a minute. We got Harrison second year. We went and got a center. I think the Jaguars' offensive line is miserable.
It just pisses me off. And look, I've never been an O-line guy, Terry, but it just pisses me off when you see, like, if you're Anton, and I just do, I get by you so quick. I'm like,
he had a bad game.
I'm like, gosh,
a bad game.
Where is the resist? Okay, you do this move. I can still push you to the side or at least give you the turns. It's so funny to me. A guy will get by the line and they keep looking forward. I'm like, your quarterback, he's
back there.
What are you looking forward
He's back there. Harrison, not to pick on him now, and he plays the tough position.
Yeah.
If you're left tackle with a right-handed quarterback, generally their best guys over there. But he had a tough game. He had penalties.
Yep.
He got ran by. The Jaguar offensive line is a massive problem. It's a scary, scary situation.
Yeah.
I don't think they did enough.
I don't think Doug Peterson trusts his team enough to run north and south on 4th and 1. Trying to go east and west.
Positives.
He got popped on that play too, where he tried to get Reggie Bush. He got popped on the back end. Oh my goodness!
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Obviously, first segment here. We got a few more minutes. Some positives though from the game. Tank Bigsby.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Tank Bigsby.
Man, that was
Give
a touchdown.
him the ball more.
Gosh, that was a touchdown.
Yeah.
He got slowed down enough for everyone to catch him. That was a 98-yard touchdown.
Tank Bigsby had a nice game. He really did. I don't think, and you can't take the fumble back, but I thought ETN sparked a little bit here and there. He's quick and but I think the two running backs, and Terry, what are you talking about? ETN fumbled it. Okay, fumbles happen. Football's about, the other team's trying to.
He's not a high fumble guy. This was a rare,
and he's not.
It was a perfect man. I was a perfect.
I mean, that guy,
like right where you hold the football.
But positives, I thought the two running backs played well for Jacksonville with a average offensive line in front of them. I thought the receivers, Kirk dropped a few, and he looked like a guy that has. Don't forget, he didn't play any preseason. I don't think he looked like
he didn't play any preseason.
I don't think he played any preseason.
That's dumb to me.
Correct me if I'm wrong.
So dumb.
But if he didn't, he looked like a guy that has not game situation went for a pass in 9 months. And Pat, you played a lot.
He had a great between the drops. He had a really nice catch between the drops. But go ahead. Where you? Go.
But I was just saying he looked like a guy. But overall, I mean, I thought rookie first year Brian Thomas played well.
Oh yeah.
I thought he played well.
Yeah.
I thought he played well. I thought Gabe Davis. He's not a star, and Gabe Davis is not going to be leading ESPN Sports Center every weekend with 8 catches and 200 yards and 4 touchdowns.
No.
Gabe Davis was serviceable.
No, I think
I would
have
liked to have seen
5 to 8 receptions a game. Yeah. Ingram, nothing, man.
You took the words out of my mouth.
Sorry. Yeah,
I would have liked to have seen Ingram more. Was he not targeted? Did they not call him?
Got targeted,
Did
man.
Miami take him out? I don't know. Did the Dolphins double cover?
I'd have to watch the film.
I mean, this guy had 116 catches last year.
And the criticism there was too, Trevor maybe relied on him too much for the short yards, but shoot, if that's the only option you got and he's your first read, you take it. You take the open read so you can live another day, and so you have 3rd and 4 instead of 3rd and 8.
Yeah. I will say this. Let's come up on our first break. We'd love to hear from people. However, you are taking in our show.
Be angry. Bring us the anger.
Take in our show with any chats. However you chat, we hope to see it here on our show. We'll get to some college football. Gators, Seminoles are back in action. Georgia. A lot of college football things happen over the weekend. But back to the Jaguars as we go to break. Just wow. They come back home, and I hate to throw these numbers out, but they hold since 1990. Have I used the numbers yet? I don't know if I said it on air or off air.
Yeah, you have.
It's almost a must-win Jacksonville-Cleveland game here Sunday. Do you realize both teams are 0-1? If you go 0-2 in the National Football League, the numbers say
11%.
Since 1990, the numbers say you will make the playoffs 11% of the time if you go 0-2. 0-2 in the NFL is a death knell. The Browns and the Jaguars, with those numbers, Patrick, are playing a quasi-elimination game.
Quasi-elimination game, yeah. Hate to say that so early, but it's potentially both AFC teams.
That's what the numbers say. Let's take a break. He is 11%. Patrick Young.
It's not 0.
No, it's not 0. We're doing math here. It's not 0, but it's 11%. And the Jags and the entire AFC South. I mean, we barely got out of the summer, and every prognostication, I think, in the world said this summer, the AFC South, it's going to be Houston and the other teams fighting. Well, guess what? One weekend, Houston's here, and all the other 3 teams are looking up. They've already got a one-game lead. They've already
who's Houston got next week. I'm sure it's they got a tough schedule too.
Look it up as we take a break. Patrick Young, Terry Norvelle, and you. We are cruising through a Monday edition 4 to 6 right here on the Action Sports Jacks link on a Monday from Fore Score Golf.
At Southeast Orthopedic Specialists, we know pain and injuries can stop you from doing what you love. This is why our board-certified orthopedic specialists offer the latest in both non-surgical and surgical treatment options and create a treatment plan tailored to your unique lifestyle and goals. So, whether it is a sports injury or that nagging pain that's keeping you from doing what you love, our team has the right treatment for you. For more information or to schedule an appointment online, visit our website.
Finally, a family atmosphere, kid-friendly restaurant with a real sports bar feel. Bricks Jack's Beach features all that and a large, climate-controlled covered patio with misting fans and heaters for all seasons. Mix in an extremely diverse menu that features the most quality and affordable steak at the beach, and there's no reason not to enjoy your next lunch, dinner, happy hour, or big sporting event at Bricks Jack's Beach, 300 2nd Street North in Jacksonville Beach. See you at Bricks Jack's Beach.
You really got to hand it to him. Hold on.
The previous play is under further review.
I'm not sure what he could review, but okay. Sure has been a while. Dine in at Hurricane Grill and Wings for the football season. Well, there he is. Oh, what is that?
The Action Sports Jax 24/7 network is streaming. I'm Stuart Weber, and I'm here to teach you a nice three-step process on how you can watch all your favorite programming from the Brent and Austin Show every weekday 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. or the Cup Date with me. It's fantastic. We talk NASCAR. It's a great time. Wednesdays at 1 o'clock. All right, first step, easy. Download the Action News Jax app. You probably already have it downloaded on your phone, so you might already have that one taken care of. Step 2, see that stack of pancakes up there? You click that stack of pancakes, and it's going to bring down step number 3, which is a full screen of all the different streams that you can click on, including the Action Sports Jax 24/7 stream. You click that, the video's rocking and rolling on your mobile device, you're watching all the shows you want to, and you're having a good time. You can also do it on your smart TV with the Action News Jax Now app. I do it on my Samsung TV at home. It's a great way to watch it on a nice, large screen for all the content. That's the Action Sports Jax 24/7 network. Hope you can find it.
You trust CGC to make your water great, and now you can trust CGC with your plumbing needs as well. Fast, convenient scheduling, licensed and insured. A quick call away at 904-552-1242.
You never know when you're going to have an issue with a shower, toilet, or maybe it's a sink that sometimes is easy to fix. All right, let's be honest. I'm not fixing anything. I'm totally staging this because when I have a plumbing problem, I call CGC Water Treatment and Plumbing.
Trained professionals, transparent pricing, customer satisfaction. Small problem or even a bigger issue. Maybe you need a new tankless water heater or something a bit more intricate. The experts with 25 years of experience at CGC Water Treatment and Plumbing can do it all. Call 904-552-1242 or visit cgcwater.com. That's 904-552-1242 or cgcwater.com. CGC Water Treatment and Plumbing, an authorized independent Connecticut dealer. Florida license number CFC 1432579.
Gator, we said it a couple weeks ago, Miami big game coming into Gainesville to that Gator. Well, that game's over. This Saturday, Texas A&M and Florida will get together in Gainesville, SEC game, and we lead things off. We've talked a lot of Jaguars, segment number 1, Patric Young, Terry Norvelle, and you. Glad you're with us here. We are live at our Monday home. You know it by now. Come by. If you're in the area of San Marco, Fore Score Golf Tavern. Is that your Gator look?
Yeah, I'm trying to,
That's nice.
You know.
You look just like the guy.
You look,
you look just like that
trying to
guy.
get my teeth to stick out more.
Just look
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
There we go.
We'll continue Jaguar talk. Big game with Cleveland. Almost an elimination playoff game. Per the NFL numbers, they say 11%. If you lose and go 0-2 in the NFL, there's only an 11% chance that you make the playoffs. Ouch. We'll get back to that. Florida, the Gators they had to go through a kind of dress rehearsal. You're going to beat Samford. You know you're going to beat them probably pretty bad. DJ Lagway. My goodness. I know it was inferior competition, but Patric, those
games have been lost before.
Yes, they have.
So
it looks like, and I'm going to throw this out, it looks like Florida may be sitting on a pitcher that throws at about 102 miles an hour, naturally. A tennis player that serves at about 140 miles an hour,
Ben Shelton,
naturally.
Yeah.
A golfer that stripes it 325 right down the middle, naturally. I know the competition wasn't up to SEC standards, but
456 yards.
Patric
man.
Young, he looked special.
Was that the most by debut?
I think I could care less. I don't know. The ball, the guys that really can throw the ball jumps out of their hand.
Yeah.
The ball jumped out of his hand.
Absolutely.
And I will go back to Anthony Richardson, who I know has drawn paychecks in the NFL.
Yeah.
Anthony Richardson
Man.
physically can match Lagway.
Yeah.
Well, when Anthony Richardson, even yesterday in the NFL, when he dropped back and he did this and he threw the ball, just watching the way he throws the ball naturally, I never think it's going where it should go. Lagway, I physically, visually watch him throw the ball and go, I'm confident it's going from A to B. He knows how to throw the ball. He has a feel to throw the ball. Every great athlete cannot throw. I could hand.
Doesn't it drive you crazy to see
I could
that?
hand the greatest NFL running backs in the history of football a ball and say throw a strike with nobody in the batter's box, and they might miss. Throwing an object, you either kind of have it innately or
it's
you
a feel.
don't.
It's a feel, and then it's
Lagway has that feel. What were your thoughts? He looked like a freak athlete.
Even on the drive, this one the real scoring drive against Miami, not take away what Montrell Johnson with his long run.
Sure.
He was on time.
Sure.
He was hitting the spot where they needed to go, getting the ball to the guys where they could have some yak.
Yeah.
Where they could catch it and move. Instead of, when you're running this way, you catch the balls behind you. Obviously, the defender is going to be more likely to catch you on time and target. Again, that's the competition, and he knows it's going to be more difficult come against Texas A&M. But, man, the future just looked so bright. But the question now is, what will keep Billy Napier's job?
Well, the word is Napier today at his presser earlier today said, we're going to play them both. Mertz will start. We've got something for Lagway. No disrespect to Graham Mertz, but Billy Napier, listen to me, my man. Graham Mertz, and I love him. He's a good, young man. He may get into coaching. He may get into business. I don't know where he's going. He's not an NFL guy.
He's going to try. He might get a chance.
He
might get a
possibly could hold a clipboard for a third string position. Graham Mertz also, this is his sixth year of college football. If you're Billy Napier, don't you call his parents. Number one, out of respect, you call him in. You call his parents in, even if it's a Zoom, and you go, folks, life is life. It's a dirty world out there, but I think we have a special player. Graham has been a wonderful teammate.
Yeah.
He's probably going to, and we may need Graham before the season's over.
Yeah.
Right? Because Lagway plays a physical brand of quarterback. We may need Graham, but we may be sitting on a special talent that I've got to go with.
Yeah.
And I don't know, maybe you give Mertz a series or two and you know that this is it for him in terms of the starting job. And again, Florida may need him.
Yeah.
Lagway and that offensive line, Lagway plays a physical brand of football, and the offensive line is not real good.
No.
They may need Mertz, but if you're Billy Napier, if at the end of Saturday night, win, lose, or draw, I'm going to say this, win, lose, or draw against Texas A&M, if Graham Mertz, win, lose, or draw, took 80% of the snaps and Lagway took 20% of the snaps, you're wrong, Billy Napier, and you might have escaped with a win by being wrong. You've got to hand this over to a potential.
I think it's
nobody
only wise
in
to keep his job.
Nobody in the world, including Mr. and or Mrs. Mertz, Graham Mertz, is going, Graham Mertz may be a generational special player. Nobody's saying that in the world.
I know.
Everybody is saying maybe Lagway, you've got to hand him this game.
Yeah.
And the ball.
You think 80-20 is a mistake? You don't think
I think 80-20 Lagway maybe.
Oh wow. You're saying
but not
you're saying
Mertz.
handing over the reins right now.
You almost have to. You know what Mertz can give you if you need it.
And I think
if
it's
you
tough.
need it, bring him in.
But it's
the
tough
worst thing.
because-
Let me interrupt you. I
Okay.
can see this happening, and I hope I'm wrong. But I know football coaches are the most stubborn human beings in the world.
Yeah.
There's no one more stubborn than a football coach, a college football coach especially. Here's what I worry about, and you can see this coming a mile away. Saturday, you're in Gainesville. I'm in Gainesville. 94,000 people are in Gainesville. Florida, A&M, SEC game. Still got a chance to salvage the season. Here we go. Boom, boom, boom. They're playing. Quarter one, quarter two, blah, blah. They're playing. Third quarter, I can see this as sure as the nose on my face. Third quarter, A&M leads by 14. Late in the third quarter, they finally, Napier runs Lagway in. Or even he waits till the fourth quarter and they're down 17.
That's a mistake.
They run Lagway in. Here comes Florida. Boom, bang, boom. And they come up short by 2 minutes and they lose.
Yeah.
That has
That's
happened a
mistake.
million times. Put your potential star in. If you're not going to win, go down with your potential star. Nothing says Mertz is a star.
Put him in a little bit. And you kind of wait and see, because the thing is, Graham Mertz probably should start. If he's healthy enough, he probably should start the game. And then if you see nothing going on with your offense, mix it up immediately.
Quickly.
Immediately.
Great point.
If
Patric.
you got 3 and out, I would give Mertz 2 drives.
Maybe that second drive.
I would give 2 drives.
Maybe that second drive. Great point.
If it's 3 and out, you don't say, all right, man, what are we going to do?
But you know what? A lot of college football coaches go, no.
Asthma and other regenerative treatments use your body's own restorative cells to aid in treating injuries. These procedures are performed in our offices and typically require minimal downtime. If you want to get back to doing what you love, our regenerative treatment options may be right for you. For more information or to schedule an appointment online, visit our website.
Finally, a family atmosphere, kid-friendly restaurant with a real sports bar feel. Rick's Jack's Beach features all of that and a large, climate-controlled covered patio with misting fans and heaters for all seasons. Mix in an extremely diverse menu that features the most quality and affordable steak at the beach, and there's no reason not to enjoy your next lunch, dinner, happy hour, or big sporting event at Rick's Jack's Beach, 300 2nd Street North in Jacksonville Beach. See you at Rick's Jack's Beach.
Since 1936, Procter Ace has been proudly helping Jacks with all your home and garden projects. Whether you need tools, paint, plumbing supplies, or expert advice, we've got what you need to get the job done right. Looking to brighten your yard? Visit our garden center for plants, tools, and everything to make your outdoor space flourish. You're not just shopping here, you're part of our community. So come in today and let us help you tackle your next project with a smile. After all,
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
I was tempted.
It's more than just food. It's a tradition, a heritage. It's about my family and the smiles on their faces. It's about the flavor, the meat, the love, the community. Our community. Barbecue is who we are, and it's what we do.
You really got to hand it to him. Hold on.
The previous play is under further review.
I'm not sure what he could review, but okay. Sure has been a while. Dine in at Hurricane Grill and Wings for the football season. Well, there he is. Oh, what is that?
Hey everyone, Olivia Tasley here from Action Sports Jacks to tell you all the different ways you can watch our new 24/7 network. 3 easy steps. You don't even need a pen and paper to write it down. Step number 1, download the app. Search Action News Jacks in your app store either on your phone or your smart TV. Then, once you're on the app, click on that little drop-down menu in the upper left-hand corner with the 3 little lines. That'll show you these options, and boom, right here, click Action Sports Jacks 24/7, and you will be brought to our continuous stream channel. That app can be accessed through all these different platforms. Whether you have Roku, Fire TV, Smart TV, Apple TV, or Google TV, you can find our app. Now, if you don't have access to the app, don't worry, we still got you covered. We're across all social media platforms from Facebook, Instagram, X, YouTube, Twitch. We have a podcast channel. Plus, check out our short reels on our TikTok. Action Sports Jacks 24/7. It's on all the time and everywhere.
Hey, what was the last thing you got to eat here last week? I can't remember.
Oh, I got the French dip. Fantastic. The French dip. Oh, I bet our buddy here could use a French dip right here. He would close his mouth for that French dip.
Goodness gracious. That guy's ordering up right now French dip at Fore Score Golf Tavern in San Marcos.
Have you ever seen a gator do that death roll thing?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
it
my
ain't
gosh.
pretty. It ain't. Hey, they know what they're doing.
Oh, my goodness.
They're going to get y'all mixed up. Then they're going to drown you.
Mixed
then they're
up.
Gonna eat you.
They're going to grab that leg or arm and snap it into bajillion pieces.
Here we
and
go.
Drown you.
Patrick Young, Terry Norvelle, and those 2 ladies walking by the big window here. They didn't even look.
They didn't wave at you.
Even
They
look
didn't.
at us. They walked right by. Ladies, we're right here. Hey, welcome Monday edition. We're reliving the Jaguars' just disappointing loss to the Dolphins yesterday. The way it played out, I think both programs, both organizations were disappointed. The Dolphins didn't play well. I didn't realize how banged up they were. Man, their defense was banged up. What a missed opportunity for the Jaguars.
Yeah, like at the end of the day, you don't. So what? Like it's always in the NFL, it's next man up.
Yeah.
And so what if the Dolphins were beat up? You get that freaking win.
You'll get the win.
Find a way.
Go get the win.
Because especially when it's a conference,
You'll
like
get the
it's and the Dolphins are. If that's the best they got this year, I'm not even sure if they're a playoff team.
You see this? I'm listening. Go ahead.
I got mine right here too. I need to start writing smaller.
We're listening, Patrick. What is this?
How did you do? Did you win? We'll
get to it. Number 1, let's start. We have our show versus show battle going on. I don't think we did great. I don't think we did bad. So our show, the Young and Norvelle Show, Brent and Austin, our midday show right here on Action Sports Jacks, and Casey, our buddy Casey, our producer, he has a Saturday college show. So we now have a show versus show contest going on. So they gave us 3, and we're going to do this every week. They gave us 3 college games to pick as a show and 3 NFL games. So here we go, Patrick. If I scored this properly, help me out. College game 1, show versus show. Texas gave up 7.5. Michigan. We took Texas, and we covered because they won by a bunch. The game was 31-12. Game number 2, college. Tennessee gave up 7.5, a touchdown, 0.5 to NC State. We took Tennessee, and that game was 51-10, so we covered there, right? Am I right?
It's 51-10. Wow.
Okay. So college game 3, Nebraska, Colorado. We took Nebraska, and we said Nebraska's going to win by more than 7, and they won by 18. So I think we went 3-0 on our college show versus show.
Okay. Did we really choose the Browns? Gosh, darn
it looks like Rams at Lions. We took Lions, and we gave up 3.5. They won by 6.
Yeah.
Overtime.
We
got to win.
Overtime.
The second NFL game, show versus show, Cowboys at Browns. We took Browns, giving up 3.5. Cowboys won. So we missed that.
Why would we choose that without a proven Deshaun Watson? We haven't.
I don't know why you did that.
Gosh.
Go to the tape. I don't know why you did that, but I didn't do that. The next game, the final game, Jags versus Miami. We took Miami, given 3.5. They won by 3. So we missed. We went 3-0 college, 1-2 NFL. So that's where we're at. I think we're 4-2. Okay, show versus show.
Are we better than
I don't know what the other guys are.
Austin and
I don't know how we're going to find out the
Martineau.
answers either. I don't know.
Yeah, are we better than them?
4-2's not bad, is it?
It's not terrible.
Not terrible. We're still in the game.
No, it's better than 0-2.
Yes,
Florida
which
State,
you did
0-2.
But it's also, if somebody went 6-0, one of the other shows, we're still 2 behind, so we're not way behind. All right, week 2. We're not going
to be the Braves.
No,
we're gonna be the Dodgers.
All right, Patrick. Here's where we're at with our college picks, and I hope I'm doing these right. Help me out with the scoring. Last week, you went even, so you stayed at 100. We're starting at 100, and I was -10, so I'm down to 90 going into this coming past week. We had 3 games, and we get to pick them. My game number 1, I took Texas. I said Texas is going to win, and they're going to cover -4. They did.
Put 15 on that.
And that was my 15.
There you go.
Your game 1, you took Oklahoma State to beat Arkansas and cover 8.5. Oh, the half got you. Patrick.
Arkansas played good.
They did.
Surprisingly.
That was a fun game.
That was surprisingly played
Arkansas should have won the game.
They should have won
the game. Yeah. But, Patrick, you missed by that half.
This is the one that screwed me up
So,
here.
Patrick, hold on, Pat. You went -15 on that. Oh, that hurt. Okay, game 2, I'll start with you. You said, give me those Hawkeyes in the Cyhawk game.
I blame Zach.
You took Iowa -2 over Iowa State. Iowa State won the game.
Zach's like, oh, yeah, Iowa's offense has gotten better. And I'm like, that's all I needed to hear. And I just listened to him.
So you missed Iowa State, Iowa. That's a -5. So now you're -20.
Freaking long field. They were up 17-0.
Don't say a dirty word like freaking.
They were up 17-0.
How Iowa is that? Game number 2, I took this weekend.
Whatever it was.
I took Nebraska. I said Nebraska's going to blow out Colorado. This is easy. I'll give 7 points. And Nebraska beat Colorado by 18. So I am 20 good right now.
Okay.
So our final game, week 2, you took Utah, and I love this pick. I can't lie. I love this pick. You gave 17 away and took Utah against Baylor. They were at one point, I think, 23-0 up, and they gave away a couple 12 points, and they did not cover. You were up 23-0, and they gave up 12.
It's Utah's fault. Like, why wouldn't they score more points? Why wouldn't? Of course, Baylor's going to score, but why would you stop at 23 or whatever?
So, Patrick, am I correct? I've got you
They're
missing.
Not that good.
I've got you missing your 15, your 5, and your 10.
Yeah.
You went -30 for the weekend. That went from 100. You're down to 70. I went +10. I'm back to 100. So right now it's 100 to 70.
I can't wait till you lose all your money.
Dude, it's gambling, dude. I'll have a terrible week.
You're gonna lose all your money.
Patrick, you went over 3.
I'm gonna get 3 wins.
Well, look right here. Week 3, we'll fill it in later. Okay, later.
I got to write smaller on this thing. This is way too big.
Pat, you had a tough week, man. What about Iowa? They were up 23-0, I think, weren't they? Was it Iowa?
No, they weren't up 23-0.
No.
Utah would have been.
Utah was up 23-0.
But I think
you gave away 17 points.
Iowa was
and
up
they quit scoring.
Iowa was up like 17 or 19-0 because I think the final score was 20-19.
Yes, it was 20-19.
20-19. Yeah, on the field.
And you know what?
Field goal.
You know what all this tells me? There is a God. Thank you very much. Thank you, Patrick.
Awful.
You're down to 70. We start at 100, and if we bust, we're done. We start at 100. I'm at 100. We start at 100. You're down to 70. I'm not gonna say it was.
I don't want to talk to you. He's the kind of he'll keep reminding you.
No,
hey, you know you lost.
Do that.
Hey, you know I beat you in gambling.
Patrick, I love you.
He
you
wouldn't
know
stop.
I love you.
Won't stop. Won't stop.
You know I love you.
You know you.
Hey, so we got 2 more tickets to give away. Another Gator home game. Does Florida ever play on the road? Do the Gators ever go on the road in football?
Yeah, who's the Mississippi State?
Next week.
Next week.
Or they are. This coming week, Florida, Texas A&M in Gainesville. Big game for both teams.
Yeah.
The winners got a chance to salvage. The losers really up against it. Wouldn't you say that?
I would say so. Well, you know,
and we've got 2 free tickets. We're giving away 2 more free tickets this week.
The coach has a chance for A&M to fall a little more cushion, but A&M coming into Gainesville and doing to the Gators what Miami did.
Ooh.
Man, oh man.
It would be
it's the
ugly.
way you lose. But, putting DJ Lagway, that's his saving grace. You got to find a way. If it's 50-50, if it's 60-40, I don't care. Find a way to put the kid out there because Graham cannot run like –
no.
That's not even – they're different players.
It's not a moratorium on Mertz as much as Lagway might be a special player.
I just think it's so crazy.
Right? When you say that?
When I spoke to the team, I literally said, "You never know. You're one snap away from stepping in, and literally off of game one, concussion, and then he's and now we're in this spot where like that one snap away might mean Graham Mertz.
I still can't understand, and obviously I was watching multiple games Saturday night. Florida was on, and you had to have them on ESPN Plus. So I had to click in this, so I watched multiple games. Tennessee was impressive. We're going to talk about college football here in the second hour. I still don't understand the Florida Gator defensive coordinators. And I want to say their last 3 or 4 over the last 6 or 7 years. Do they teach the most complex defense in the world?
Were they still doing it at Sanford?
Why can Florida's defense not just go to the line and line up? Why are they doing charades and the ball's being snapped, by the way. The
ball's
over
being
here.
snapped, yeah.
And they're what is so – I don't see other teams doing that defensively pre-snap, but I see
reminds me of so let me use a basketball analogy.
Okay.
It reminds me of this. A good defense always preaches this. You want to be able to see the ball and your man.
I love it.
Sometimes, and this was something Larry Shire would say. He would say sometimes, you're in a position, say you're on the help side, and you're doing this. You're making sure your guy's here and that you see the ball, because then once the ball gets passed, you rotate. If my guy didn't score, but my guy didn't score.
Yeah, but
watching
hey, I just dunked.
Yeah,
I just dunked behind you.
And guess what? Who gets the win? It's the team loss. It's the team when that happens.
Why can Florida defensively not get set up and stabilized in 25 to 30 seconds? Every single defensive
time,
snap.
man.
Patrick, they're playing charades. It's a Chinese fire drill, and I'm not being rude here. A Chinese fire drill, it was the 50s and 60s. You'd pull up high school kids. A Chinese fire drill, and I'm not being not politically correct. A Chinese fire drill is in the 50s and 60s. You'd pull up with a carload of high school kids. Somebody's got a license. You'd pull it in a red light, and the red light would hit, and they would all get out and run around the car and run back in. And all the other cars are looking, what are these young people doing? It's a Chinese fire drill.
That's what you call that?
That was what I didn't do it because I went. But charades, the game charades?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to act out. I'm doing this. Florida's defenders are playing charades. What's so difficult? And by the way, when the ball is snapped, their defense is getting beat. So they're not getting in the right.
They're not being present. They're not being present. They're not. Yeah.
What is so hard to get in position?
Yeah, and I'm wondering if these guys even see that, because that's you got to uncoach your players out of that.
Yes.
To stop.
I don't know if I've ever heard that, but I
don't even know. You got to uncoach them. Stop. Hey.
Is that a thing? Uncoaching?
At 5 seconds on the clock, stop worrying about. Just be ready for the play.
And just
whatever they're going to do.
Watch that ball. Don't let that ball cross that goal line. At some point, defense is down to that.
But I could even imagine, a lot of teams have pre-snap motion. And can you imagine just doing all this, your guys running for a jet sweep or just something to distract you when you don't pay, and then when you're not paying attention.
I grew up on the west side, not too far from here. And on the west side, we didn't have much. We didn't have much money. And west siders kind of have your own language. And West Side mamas kind of have your own language. My mom or my grandma could say some certain things that made no sense except to kids on the right.
You got it. That's all that matters.
What kind of language does Florida's defensive use that's not common? What kind of special? Why do they not get lined up? And why are they? I want to go back to the word you said. Every defensive snap before the ball snapped for Florida on defense, their 11 players on the field are having a conniption fit.
Okay.
And I don't know what that means, but on the west side it means. I know what it means, but I don't know what it means. But on the west side, if my mom said, Terry, I'm about to have a conniption fit on you. I know what that means.
We're a conniption fit.
Yes. Why does Florida's defense?
That's too fancy.
Why does Florida's defense have a conniption fit every single snap?
A conniption fit.
Yes. And they get beat. It's not like they're running the greatest defense and they're stopping you and you're only getting 100 yards a game on us.
Do you remember when Alabama and LSU were just running college football for those 5-6 years? They weren't doing any of that. And those were defensive those were great defense. Some probably all-time greatest defense.
I love what you just said.
Some probably all-time greatest defenses in college football. Those guys were not doing that at all.
I love what you just said, and I'm going to add FSU to this. And Gator Nation may say, what? The great FSU run, 14 years in the top 4, Bobby Bowden, Mickey Andrews, those great FSU teams for 14 years. The NCAA deemed it a dynasty. They were in the top 4 14 years in a row.
It is.
Mickey Andrews coordinating that defense in Tallahassee. You know what his defense philosophy was?
Hit him real hard.
There's one football. They can only send 5 guys out at max. We know when they break the huddle, let's identify, because by alignment, you can only send, you can't trick who's going out. Mickey Andrews, his defense was when they break the huddle, we identify the potential receivers. There's only one ball. Bust him in the freaking mouth and don't let him cross the goal line.
Most teams
don't let him cross the goal line.
Most teams only bring 4.
Yes.
Right? They have 5 on the line, and let's count the quarterback. So that's 6 right there. You got 5 to account for, and then you have 6 guys. 6 guys? 7 guys. 7 guys.
Yes.
7 guys.
To cover.
Four that are guaranteed to
the eligible guys.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I mean, the really good defense. Now,
when you got to run a quarterback. That's a whole other.
But you got so many good athletes on defense, and they know their skill. There's none. You think Mickey Andrews and they were going, what? Who's covering him? Are you covering him? What? You know what Mickey Andrews?
I want to cover her.
Yeah.
Hi.
Yeah. Hi. How you doing? Welcome. Table of 1.
I'll play defense.
Table of 1. Patrick, I need you to leave. Hey, would you need a seat here?
I saw her first.
You did. I can't lie.
I almost said that too loud. That would have been.
I can't lie. Wow. And the hair's pinned up Anyway. So what were we talking about? Football?
Yes.
Wow. Oh, wow.
Oh my God.
Anyway.
It's a great sport.
So tell me, as we go to break, we're going to have Patrick. We're going to have Brent Beard a little bit after the top of the hour.
Brent Beard?
We're going to have that guy. Man, Alabama was pushed.
Yeah. And you said it. You called it. You were
they
like,
were
and I was trying to be like, yeah, right. And you were like,
Notre Dame, what about Marcus Freeman? I mean, he's lost at home in barely 3 years. Marshall beat them at home. Notre Dame, the hallowed ground. Newt Rockne, he's lost to Northern Illinois. What does Notre? I mean, what a disaster! And their schedule is so bad, they're done.
Yeah,
they're done.
Oh yeah,
Tennessee looked really good Saturday night.
So that's a big hit for. I mean, just the Notre Dame, Florida State, Clemson.
Yes,
and
Georgia Tech goes out and gets beat.
Yeah,
so that hurts FSU, which hurts Notre Dame.
Who's the best ACC team now? Boston College?
The only team Notre Dame has left on their schedule that they could have a big wow win over is about to lose 2 or 3 games. I think USC, they played in the last game of the year. I think USC is going to lose 2 or 3. They're in the Big Ten.
Yeah.
They're in the big. Are you telling me USC is going to win through the Big Ten?
No way. No chance.
By the way, Texas. What an impressive performance by Texas. We got a lot of college ball to get to. Patrick, you said you have a way. We've got 2 tickets.
Oh, yeah.
For Florida, Texas A&M. We give away tickets every home game. We want to thank some great sponsors we'll tell you about. I've got some trivia questions. We can throw out trivia in the first answer here, Patrick. Now, if I throw out a trivia question, you can go look it up and win. But if you want to risk looking it up, what if we say a trivia question and the first one that's correct there?
I'm good with that. I'm good with that.
So you either have to go, I'm going to try and answer it quickly and be correct, or I can go look it up, but I may get beat. You want to do that?
But I want to make sure.
How do you want to do
asking Casey that we can get in contact with that person.
Oh, we can get them because I can reach to them if they've come here. I'll see their actual name.
Okay, cool.
And I can reach back.
All right, love it.
Let's try this. We're going to try and during the week we'll qualify people, and then we'll do a drawing.
Yeah.
But I'm going to do one right now and see if this works. Okay, here's a test market here. If you want to win or be in the drawing for 2 Florida Texas A&M tickets this Saturday, 3:30, Gainesville, the ABC SEC Game of the Week, big game for the winner. The losers really struggle.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you agree with that?
Yeah,
But the winner has got a chance. Okay, here we go. It's going to be a Florida versus Texas A&M trivia question. All right, Patrick, the first one I'm going to throw out here, and the first one that gets it right on here, if we can't read it, Casey can read it, okay?
Okay.
Here we go. Let me reread it here. The last time Florida and Texas A&M played a football game was in 2022. The Gators won that game 41-24. Tell me, the first one right there, who was the starting quarterback for Texas A&M? And it is relevant. It is relevant. First one answered up right there, and we can see the timeline, okay?
Yeah, we can see.
We can take a break,
first.
and we're going to take a break. The first one that answers up, who was the quarterback for A&M? The last time these two teams played in 2022 in Texas A&M, who was the starting quarterback for Texas A&M? And it's relevant. The A&M starting quarterback.
I'm excited.
The
I don't know
Gators
the answer.
beat them. That is our trivia question. If you can be the first to answer it up right there on the chat, we will put you in later as we will draw several days down the road for Texas A&M, Florida football tickets, and they're good tickets. They
are. And the
good
thing is too,
tickets.
like the sun, it's not, you're not going to be getting cooked.
Nope.
The rest of these games.
And it's softened up now.
It has.
By Saturday, it's going to be not.
Man, it's softened up by just raining on us nonstop.
I like it.
Dude,
I like
you
the
like
rain.
it?
All right, let's go to break again. The last time Florida and Texas A&M played a football game was 2022 in Texas A&M. Who was the starting quarterback for Texas A&M? And it is relevant to modern college football right now. Break time. Patrick Young, Terry Norvelle, and you coming to you from our Monday home. Man, I've had a good time here, and it is a fun place. Great restaurant kitchen on the front end.
Can't beat it.
At Fore Score Golf Tavern, and a lot of fun on the back end, playing ball, simulators, all sports. Come check them out in San Marco, Fore Score Golf Tavern.
For those dealing with pain from a sports injury, arthritis, or spine condition, Southeast Orthopedic Specialists offers innovative new non-surgical options. Our regenerative medicine treatments, including platelet-rich plasma and other regenerative treatments, use your body's own restorative cells to aid in treating injuries. These procedures are performed in our offices and typically require minimal downtime. If you want to get back to doing what you love, our regenerative treatment options may be right for you. For more information or to schedule an appointment online, visit our website.
Finally, a family atmosphere, kid-friendly restaurant with a real sports bar feel. Bricks Jack's Beach features all of that and a large, climate-controlled covered patio with misting fans and heaters for all seasons. Mix in an extremely diverse menu that features the most quality and affordable steak at the beach, and there's no reason not to enjoy your next lunch, dinner, happy hour, or big sporting event at Bricks Jack's Beach, 300 2nd Street North in Jacksonville Beach. See you at Bricks Jack's Beach.
You really got to hand it to him. Hold on.
The previous play is under further review.
I'm not sure what he could review, but okay. Sure has been a while. Dine in at Hurricane Grill and Wings for the football season. Well, there he is. Oh, what is that?
Hey everyone, Olivia Tasley here from Action Sports Jacks to tell you all the different ways you can watch our new 24/7 network. 3 easy steps. You don't even need a pen and paper to write it down. Step number 1, download the app. Search Action News Jacks in your app store either on your phone or your smart TV. Then, once you're on the app, click on that little drop-down menu in the upper left-hand corner with the 3 little lines. That'll show you these options, and boom, right here, click Action Sports Jacks 24/7, and you will be brought to our continuous stream channel. That app can be accessed through all these different platforms. Whether you have Roku, Fire TV, Smart TV, Apple TV, or Google TV, you can find our app. Now, if you don't have access to the app, don't worry, we still got you covered. We're across all social media platforms from Facebook, Instagram, X, YouTube, Twitch. We have a podcast channel. Plus, check out our short reels on our TikTok. Action Sports Jacks 24/7. It's on all the time and everywhere.
It's a new logo, new branding. With Bold City Heating and Air, it's an old school approach. One of the few locally owned and operated air conditioning businesses left in Jacksonville. It's hot, Florida in the summer. You can't do much to avoid it, but you can keep cool with Bold City Heating and Air. It's every customer counts kind of service, from when these trucks have pulled up to my home over the last couple of years and when they pull into your driveway as well. From communication to pricing to the actual service, everyone at Bold City Heating and Air cares about you. You know who's coming to your house. You know they will be well trained, and they will respect your home. Air conditioning convenience at boldcityac.com. Stay cool while it gets hot. Bold City Heating and Air can help. Don't get caught sweating all summer. boldcityac.com, and they have financing to help. New systems starting at $110 a month and $50 off any repairs. Stay safe, stay comfortable with Bold City Heating and Air at boldcityac.com. Homegrown in your hometown.
The most famous.
Oh, Lord, where are we at?
Oh,
Look at
man.
that. Look at that. The bell tower, right? Is that the bell tower? I think they call that the bell tower.
That's the bell tower.
University of Florida.
Was it old or it's old and famous?
I don't know. Just ring the bell. If you graduate, you ring the bell. Did you ever get to ring that bell?
Ring the bell if you graduate?
I don't know. No, they actually say it has to do with the word starts with a V, but I'm not going to say IR. They say something about the bell tower and ringing the bell if you graduate. I'm just going to say graduate. So did you ring the bell tower?
A life promotion.
Did you ring the bell tower?
I did not ring the bell tower. I didn't know that was a promotion.
All right, we're trying to qualify our first person. We're going to do it all week as we give away 2 tickets. These are good seats, too, by the way. I'll post them up here as I've done the last few weeks. We're giving away 2 Florida home football tickets all season long. We did it for Miami. We did it for who they play? Samford. And we're doing it for this Saturday, Florida versus Texas A&M. This is a big conference game. This is a hold your place game. It really is. I mean, if A&M, whoever loses this game Saturday in Gainesville, A&M or Florida, you ain't going to have a big season. Your season's going to spiral out of control. Now, Napier's in year 3. Elko's in year 1. I think Elko and A&M could survive better, right? Survive. I think Elko and Texas A&M could survive a loss. Florida needs to win.
Yeah.
Big game. We've got 2 tickets. We'll welcome Brent Beard here. Real quick, before we bring Brent on, we've got a question out. The first one on air, and we won't be able to see it, so I'm going to ask Casey, our producer, to tell us the answers. The first one that answers it up will go in the drawing. The last time Florida and Texas A&M played a football game was 2022. Florida won the game 41-24. The question to get qualified, who was the starting A&M quarterback? And it is relevant. I'm going to leave it at that. Brent Beard.
We can't see if someone's answered.
Well, that's why I asked Casey. If we see somebody comes through, Casey will jump on and let us know. Brent Beard, do not answer that question, young man.
Cheater.
How are you?
Cheater.
How are you?
I refuse to answer that question.
Do you know the answer?
On the grounds, I think I do, on the grounds that.
And it's relevant.
And I tell you one thing, I don't know if both of you remember this, but what was it, 2 years ago or 3, when Florida absolutely had A&M dead right and they had a fumble late in the fourth quarter. They were driving, basically put the game away. And that was a bitter loss. I tell you that they've had some nice games with A&M. Y'all described it well. This is a big game for both of these teams.
Yeah.
Frankly. So, and I wonder if A&M took some delight in Notre Dame's loss over the weekend after losing to them.
Brent, a ton of storylines. Obviously, Florida gets the win over Stanford. They've got a big game with A&M. We've got all week to talk about that. Looking back at last weekend in college football, just a ton of big storylines. Texas really planted their flag, pun intended, in the middle of college football. Texas looked great. Notre Dame with a inexplicable loss. I'm not so sure how Marcus Freeman can keep his job much longer. Alabama pushed in deep into the fourth quarter. Tennessee looked great. Deion Sanders looks like the carnival barker that most people think he is.
Yeah.
Well, I thought it was a very moving. I thought it was a big moving and shaking week 2 in college football we just had.
It is, and look, one of the few top 25 games, believe it or not, is Missouri and Boston College.
Good looking game.
And that really is about the only one we've got.
Yeah.
And look, I nearly texted both of you when I heard this. Hell, listen, did the game day decision makers just get too excited?
They jumped and went LSU, South Carolina, right?
What in the?
Is that what they did?
Yes.
LSU, South Carolina's game day.
Well, it's not awful. It's not god awful, but yeah, that definitely isn't the best game. It's okay. It's okay.
Maybe they thought
South Carolina went destroying Kentucky. I think that does help.
And by the way, Brent, what Patrick just
said,
South Carolina, I still don't think is a great shakes.
No.
What a disappointing Kentucky performance at home.
That was unbelievable.
Kentucky is built historically under Mark Stoops on his offensive line. Kentucky looked terrible Saturday against South Carolina.
Now, I give South Carolina credit that their defense put pressure on Vandergrift the whole game.
Yeah.
But, man, Kentucky's got to be better than that. That offensive line was just awful. You guys have probably heard this like we have, that this may be Stoops' last year at Kentucky. I hope that's not true, but that is going around that they just kind of plateaued.
I think it is stale. Brent, I don't mean to cut you off, and I want Patrick. I don't mean to cut you off, Brent, but Mark Stoops has done great things at Kentucky. Kentucky football, he has taken them to another level. They've had bits and pieces, but Stoops has been a consistent, solid. But it does feel like it's gotten stale.
Yeah.
And that both parties could benefit from a shakeup.
Probably time for a lateral move. I'm not sure if Mark Stoops will get a job that's much better, but a lateral move
Yeah.
He did a great job.
What do you think, Brent? Mark Stoops, Kentucky. Is it time for that marriage to kind of shake hands and kind of pat each other on the rear end and say,
well, I mean, he's been like Terry Norvelle in Atlanta, he's been flirting a little bit.
A little bit.
Right, Pat? He's been
Mark Stoops
has been flirting a little bit. I'll behave, okay? I'll behave. But now look, now that we don't know how far it really went, but he was associated with that A&M job before Elko got that job.
Yeah.
But look, I will still say whenever he leaves Kentucky, he did, for the consistency that he did. It reminded me of Rich Brooks when he was there. They ought to name something or build a statue for Stoops outside the stadium.
Brent Beard visiting with us, talking college football. Obviously, big coming Saturday. Gainesville is one of the big games. Texas A&M, Florida. Notre Dame last week they go down to Northern Illinois. Notre Dame this year, before the season started, I think it was pretty obvious they had very little wiggle room. The Notre Dame schedule, and then when FSU got beat right out of the gate, the Notre Dame schedule has no wiggle room. They lose to Northern Illinois. Brent Beard, the only team I think could even remotely give Notre Dame a decent win would be their final game of the year, USC. And I think USC will have 2 or 3 losses by the time they meet up coming out of the Big Ten. I think Notre Dame is done now in terms of the playoff with that inexplicable loss. And how hot is the seat on Marcus Freeman?
Well, I think it's getting warm. Now, now look, there's a couple of games. If Louisville had a really good year, that would help them. That's a home game. They also play Georgia Tech, but then Georgia Tech gets beat by Fran Brown and Syracuse.
Yeah, they just lost. Yeah.
So and with the risk of pouring on here, guys, oh boy, if FSU was undefeated, that would have helped Notre Dame later on the season.
Well, see, let me cut you off, Brent. The FSU season is crushing Notre Dame.
It really is.
FSU does play Notre Dame later in the year. And before the season started, Notre Dame circled FSU and goes, hey, by the way, that big game on week 9 or whatever, we can go get a win, and that's a panache game. No, it's not. FSU has 2 losses. So if Notre Dame beats them, at minimum, they would have 3 losses. That's not a big win.
No.
Notre Dame's schedule has just about eliminated them, I think.
I wonder if they take any responsibility in that. If they look at themselves and say, dang, we thought it was going to be too easy.
Brent, answer that. They're not a member of a conference with a conference championship game. Notre Dame is blowing in the wind right now.
Well, Notre Dame gets 20-something million every year from NBC, and no one else gets any part of that. And their beat writers have said that they will stay independent as long as they can. Pat's probably heard of this. Terry and I talk about it at some point every year. Here's the thing, Pat. Here's the thing about Notre Dame. Notre Dame is an incredible political animal. Let's just say, even if they're not impressive, if they end up 10-2, okay? I'm just telling you right now, and the wheels are turning in Terry Norvell's mind right now. We know that Notre Dame is never out of this thing because of the political animal that they are, but maybe not as much as it used to be.
Yeah.
And I still say in that committee room with people locked in that door, you can't tell me that might not be really tempting for them. Am I right? If Notre Dame's 10-2,
and that would be a 10-2 Notre Dame with no marquee wins on their schedule. Knocking out 1 or 2 teams would be a crime. Brent, I want to stay with you. You and I text over the weekend watching all this action. Boy, Texas was impressive. Tennessee was impressive. Colorado is what we thought we are. With that said, the AP poll came out today, I think it was.
Yeah, it did.
Earlier. And you walk down the AP poll, 6 of the first 7 are SEC
teams.
Okay.
That's right. Yes.
Then you get down to about 15 or 16, and they're all group of 4.
Yeah.
With that said, Brent, I text you over the weekend, and you concurred. Pat, I want you to hear this. I said, Brent Beard, the way this thing is looking, and I know we're weeks away, but it looks like there are 12 teams that will make the college football playoff. You've got designated conference winners, so they are who they are.
Right.
And then you have at-large bids. And one of the at-large bids has to go because of politically correct or woke, whatever, to a group of 5. Patric Young, Brent Beard, it looks like, and I hope I'm wrong because I hope somebody doesn't get screwed because of this, but Brent Beard, doesn't it look like early that one of the best teams in the country, certainly one of the best 12 teams in the country, certainly one of the teams that should be in the 12-team playoff, is going to get sent home because of woke group of 5? Somebody gets in there. If a group of 5 gets in, that means a really good team doesn't go.
Doesn't go.
Yeah.
Am I missing this, guys?
No.
You can already see this.
Yeah, you really can. But look, that's part of the agreement. Is that they would have one of the non-Power 5 schools who would be the number 12 seat. Now, one thing that we've heard is how long will that last before the rug is pulled out from under the non-Power 5, and that's
it better not be 65-7.
Yeah, it have to.
In that 12-5 game, it better not be.
Can you and Brent? We cut you off. I'm so sorry.
That's okay.
I'll just pull out of left field that Michigan team that just got pretty worked over Saturday, defending national champions by Texas. They've still got Ohio State. They've still got Penn State. Imagine if that Michigan team finishes the season with 2 more losses.
Sure.
But they're 2, Ohio State, Penn State, and Texas. And they're all in the playoff. And that Michigan team got better every week.
Yeah.
They were young, but they got better. They figured out their quarterback. They got better. And they finished the season at 9-3. But Memphis gets spot number 12 because they're a group of 5, and that Michigan team doesn't get in. That's a crime. That's a woke, bad part of Brent. Am I off here? Tell me what I'm missing.
I think they deserve a chance. Well, you were not saying that Michigan, that 9-3 team would win the championship.
I think that 9-3. I would put my life on the line. That Michigan team beating Memphis straight up to see who gets into the playoff.
Yeah.
Brent, where am I at here? Why am I wrong here?
Well, 2 things here. Number one, what Pat said about 5 beating 12, 65-7. That really better not happen, or that's gonna be a real problem afterwards. And all 3 of us can see that. Here's the thing that helps Michigan too, is that they got creamed by Texas. But that committee, I guarantee you, that committee is going to give them a lot of credit for playing Texas to begin with. And look, besides Ohio State, they've also got Oregon, which will help them. They've also got a resurgent, possibly Southern Cal team. So Michigan's got like 3 games left that could really help them toward the end. Now, Michigan's got a long way to go. They don't know who their quarterback's going to be yet, frankly. But your point, could Michigan still get in it despite what happened Saturday? Yeah, that's possible.
I just don't like giving training wheels to the group of 5. I want the best 12 teams in the playoff.
I understand.
And if we're doing a committee, I don't love a committee. I wish there was a way to play it off. But if we're doing a committee, if the committee says Memphis or Southern Miss or Cincinnati is one of the 12, I'll live with that. But I don't think a straight up vote of a committee is going to very often put a non-Power 4 team in there.
Right.
And I feel bad if you're that 13th team and you go, holy cow, we got beat by Georgia, Alabama, and LSU. How dare us? And we don't get in because a 10-2 group of 5 team whose best win was over you know who. Man, that's tough.
Well,
but the woke society
if only Florida State was 1-1 going into this game, and Memphis, if Memphis were to win.
Yeah.
But if Memphis wins against an 0-2 Florida State, I don't know if that's really going to be enough to convince you otherwise.
Brent, Texas, incredibly impressive.
Yes.
Michigan obviously is a step back, and they're rebuilding. They'll probably be back next year. That wasn't a great, but that was impressive. Texas went in there just like a year ago in Tuscaloosa. What was going on in Alabama, in Tuscaloosa? I mean, South Florida, 2 years in a row now, they've played Alabama off their feet. The game was nowhere near the score. Naquan Wright, former Gator running back, was running up and down. What was going on in Tuscaloosa?
Yeah, the Alabama offensive line needs some work. They had a kid in there, number 75, named Formby, who eventually is going to be a good player. But like the 3 of us have said, he's almost too big. Frankly, he's too slow for those quicker defensive linemen. They put Elijah Pritchett in there to replace him, and they scored on 3 straight drives. So that was one thing. They put a lot of pressure on Jalen Milroe, and Jalen Milroe still has trouble throwing the intermediate pass that we've talked about a lot. So, but the Bama defense played real well too. And Nick Saban was honored, came out to enter Sandman. That was their song of choice there.
I hear that's his favorite song, right?
Yeah.
Well, that's how, guy, right?
Yeah, that's how Alabama comes out of the tunnel, is with that. But again, Bama's got ponder this, but both of you, Bama's got Wisconsin on the road this week. That could get a little hairy a little bit. I mean, Bama has a better roster. And oh, by the way, one Tyler Van Dyke, the Wisconsin quarterback from Miami
Hurricane.
Man,
How about that?
So awful last year.
How about that?
He was. And
good the year before that.
Now, here's the thing: they've got Wisconsin, they've got a week off, and then they've got Georgia and Tuscaloosa.
Woo! Things heat up. Brent, cherry picking real quick before we get out of here. We'll go a little bit longer this segment. Tennessee, the final score was impressive. The second half was impressive. That was a weird game. NC State, I thought, was throwing punches with Tennessee.
They were.
It was 6-0. NC State drove straight down the field and threw just Grayson McCall by way of Coastal Carolina, threw just an ugly pick 6. And that was late in the first half. That was shaping up to be a pretty good game. But what do you make of Tennessee and Nico, the skinny quarterback?
The Samson kid's also a good running back
nice
too.
Back.
Now, what's different about Tennessee this year is they've actually got a defense.
A little bit, yeah.
I'll pause for y'all to
I know
to reflect on that.
Tennessee defense.
But the reality is now they've got UTSA coming up this weekend. UTSA is a pretty good club. All the way around. But yeah, this Tennessee team, frankly, and Texas are probably the two most impressive teams. Now, Tennessee goes to Oklahoma next weekend. Josh Heupel basically goes home.
Oh my, that'll be fun.
It will be. Then there'll be a lot.
Josh Heupel in Tennessee going back to Oklahoma, where Heupel won a title as the quarterback.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Oh my!
Yeah.
He was starting quarterback for Bob Stoops when they won the title.
Yeah, that's cool.
Over FSU. Ooh, that's good.
Now
that's good.
I do want to proclaim this if this happens. If Vanderbilt wins Saturday over Georgia State, they'll be 3-0. And I really think the three of us need to go up there and be in a parade for them.
And good for Vandy. Good for Vandy. Win. I don't think the Gators play Vandy, so win, Vandy.
My favorite guy, Diego, their quarterback, is just give me the ball and let me run with it. I'm curious, Pat, if you've ever played with a guy on the basketball court that has that kind of mentality. Just give me the ball.
You're never getting it back.
Win the game.
Oh yes, Manoulis, my guy in Greece.
Nice,
but he hit big shots, so he earned the privilege.
Brent, we've got all week to talk about this game. I think one of the more competitive games this weekend. I think one of the more keep your eye on games is Florida State hosting Memphis.
Yes.
The Noles are winless, 0-2. Nobody saw that coming. And Memphis rolls in 2-0. They've probably got what they think is their best football team, I think, in the history of Memphis football.
Yeah.
They think they've got the great team. It is a Mike Norvelle constructed team to a degree. He was the head coach, right? It is. That's a noon game. How nervous should FSU fan be with Memphis rolling into Tallahassee? 2-0 versus 0-2, and Memphis is the 2-0.
If they go 0-3, does DJU stay the starting quarterback?
Answer it, Brent.
No.
Tough call.
And frankly, against Memphis, if that gets out of hand,
you got to get him out.
I think at some point you've got to be able to do that, guys. I can't imagine me ever saying this, but I'm going to. the incredible thing is Memphis comes into this game with more at stake than FSU does.
How about that? How about that? Because of the group of 5.
Yeah, they do.
The group of 5 and the potential spot. It doesn't matter if Memphis.
And that's crazy to say.
Isn't that? And Pat said 65-7. If you're Memphis or whoever that group of 5 team is, even if you get beat in the first ever 12-team playoff, 65-7, because you played the number 5 and you're the 12, that's a boost to your program. I think, isn't it?
I'm sure they still make a bunch of money.
You would
making
think.
The playoff.
Yeah. You would think.
Yes.
Wow. FSU, high noon, Memphis, and that is a nervous Nelly game for FSU. It really is. That's a good. And Brent, you've been singing the praises of what his name, Hennigan.
Yes.
A 3 or 4 year quarterback starter. He's going to roll in there and go, I ain't got no problem with this. You know? Woo.
Yeah, now, I will say this. If FSU wins that game, that would also help them considerably.
Yeah.
Because and I'm not saying that they're going to do this. I don't think they will. But if somehow they ran the table the rest of the year, that would be considered one of their bigger wins.
It would. And as we go, Brent, FSU's schedule the rest of the way, obviously they got Miami, and we're still figuring out Miami, but I think they're pretty good.
Yeah.
FSU's schedule is not, I mean, the ACC schedule is not, unbearable.
True.
FSU, there's a lot of wins on the FSU schedule if they can right the ship. Problem is they've already got 2 losses. Problem is they've already got. All right, Brent, thanks. Good stuff, buddy. We're going to have you on if we can work it in a bunch the rest of the week. This is another, I think, really solid week of college football coming up. And then I think by next weekend, a week from Saturday, boy, the games heat up. They start heating up, and you can win a game that can give you a game loss, or you can lose a game that takes away a game loss, if you know what I mean.
Right.
It heats up, man, and it's supposed to as we, Brent, as we're in the end of September. Thanks, buddy. I'll talk to you soon.
Good. Hope to see you on Wednesday. Take care.
You got it. That's our buddy Brent Beard, as good a college sports / college football analyst as they come, and we are proud to have him on our show. Let's take a break. Patric Young's here. I'm Terry Norvelle. It's a Monday, kind of a rainy, but I like it. I kind of like this evening.
I don't like it. I have to get in my car.
Yeah,
in the rain.
but I'll watch you get all wet, and that's fine. Anyway, I don't want to say your window's cracked, but I think your window's cracked. Did you see that?
Yeah, I saw it. There's nothing I can do about it. My keys don't do that.
Well, I could run out. Well, I'm not going to.
You could.
Well, I could. No, I don't think I'm going to.
That'd be a nice, friendly thing to do.
But if I ran out there to fix your window, I'd get wet.
A little bit. It's a nice drizzle here.
You know what? Let me think about it as we go to break. The Young and Norvelle Show.
I want some tater tots on the other side. That's what I want.
They're good here, aren't they? And you have been sampling the entire menu. Just order one of everything.
Yeah.
We'll load it up in the back of your truck. Let's take a break. Monday, fun. A lot of stuff to talk about, including we've been heavy on the Jaguars game. We broke down that game segment number 1. A lot of college football. We'll get back to the Jaguars, college football, different topics here. Stay with us. It is the Young and Norvelle Show on a Monday, our Monday home, of course, in the heart of San Marco at Fore Score Golf Tavern.
Finally, a family atmosphere, kid-friendly restaurant with a real sports bar feel. Rick's Jack's Beach features all of that and a large, climate-controlled covered patio with misting fans and heaters for all seasons. Mix in an extremely diverse menu that features the most quality and affordable steak at the beach, and there's no reason not to enjoy your next lunch, dinner, happy hour, or big sporting event at Rick's Jack's Beach, 300 2nd Street North in Jacksonville Beach. See you at Rick's Jack's Beach.
For over 20 years, Southeast Orthopedic Specialists has been providing the highest level of orthopedic and spine care to patients throughout Northeast Florida. Now, we're making that same great care even more convenient with Southeast Orthopedic Specialists Direct, a walk-in clinic where you can be seen for pain or injuries with no appointment needed. Staffed by orthopedic physicians and specialists, we offer everything from diagnosis and treatment to imaging and bracing, all with no appointment needed. For more information, hours, and locations, visit our website.
You really got to hand it to him. Hold on.
The previous play is under further review.
I'm not sure what he could review, but okay. Sure has been a while. Dynamic Hurricane Grill and Wings for the football season. Well, there he is. Oh, what is that?
Hey everyone, Olivia Tasley here from Action Sports Jacks to tell you all the different ways you can watch our new 24/7 network. 3 easy steps. You don't even need a pen and paper to write it down. Step number 1, download the app. Search Action News Jacks in your app store either on your phone or your smart TV. Then, once you're on the app, click on that little drop-down menu in the upper left-hand corner with the 3 little lines. That'll show you these options, and boom, right here, click Action Sports Jacks 24/7, and you will be brought to our continuous stream channel. That app can be accessed through all these different platforms. Whether you have Roku, Fire TV, Smart TV, Apple TV, or Google TV, you can find our app. Now, if you don't have access to the app, don't worry, we still got you covered. We're across all social media platforms from Facebook, Instagram, X, YouTube, Twitch. We have a podcast channel. Plus, check out our short reels on our TikTok. Action Sports Jacks 24/7. It's on all the time and everywhere.
Summertime means sizzling sales at Nimnick Buick GMC. The #1 Buick GMC dealer in Jacksonville has lots of inventory to choose from with their best price guarantee. Nimnick never charges above MSRP. You can save up to $10,000 off select new GMC Sierras or get rates as low as 1.9%.
You know, I'm a truck guy. GMC Sierra, my trim level is an SLT. This one's an Elevation. Pretty good looking color as well. So here at Nimnick Buick GMC, you have a lot to pick from. My father-in-law, he drives this, an Enclave, so I feel like that GMC in the family. 2025 is coming around the corner, which means it's almost time to close out those 2024s this summer.
You can schedule a test drive at NimnickBuickGMC.com, and while you're there, check your trade value and customize your payment options. Nimnick is there for you, even on Sundays. Visit the showroom on Phillips Highway or shop online at NimnickBuickGMC.com. Nimnick, your friends in the car business since 1941. GMC, we are professional grade.
It'd be so rude as we welcome you back to a Monday edition, the Young and Norvelle Show right here on Action Sports Jacks. Patrick Young hanging out. I'm Terry Norvelle. I hate to be so rude as we welcome back talking some more college football, but, you know, your boy Deion Sanders, he threw it out there. And if you throw it out there, you have the opportunity to hit a home run. You also can look like a clown. Deion looks like a clown now.
Yeah.
Deion looks like a guy that had no business getting a job that he got.
Well, I wouldn't say that.
Coaching is a profession.
It's the way
you
that
probably
he's done
need
it.
to learn how to coach.
Yeah.
The Jackson State stuff, okay. At that level of sports, I think anybody with any modicum of a name could have parlayed that into, we're going to be the topper echelon. The Jackson State stuff, Deion got to Colorado, acted like he invented the game of college football, acted like he invented how to be a college football coach and run a program and win, and it's totally unraveled.
Well, it's difficult
I don't
because
think
the guy does have Nick Saban as a mentor.
Yeah.
You know, it's not like he's going in without having gone through good coaching, bad coaching, etc. I think the Colorado job was the right job. It's just the way that he freaking approached it.
Well, I'm glad you said that. Do you think
we weren't talking about Colorado at all before he got there?
Deion's public approach, and I'm going to use your word, approach. Do you think his public approach, once named the head football coach at Colorado, is any tact that Nick Saban would have taken or advised him to take?
Gosh,
no,
absolutely not.
No.
Oh my gosh.
And it's almost like a year.
Kidding me?
It's almost like a year ago. Deion and college football coaches in particular are the most belligerent people in the world. Billy Napier has gotten belligerent, which is one of the reasons I think he won't last long.
Damn,
Deion a year ago started getting belligerent, and he's kept digging.
Yeah.
And he's kept digging. And I don't think it ends good at all. I don't think Deion's long for the Colorado job. His son, a couple of his high-profile players, I don't think are long for that Colorado program. I think, and I've said it, I've told you, and I've told some people over the weekend, I think Deion, you're going to start hearing the word health issues. The words, I think Deion's going to play health. And I'm not saying he's not in great health, but I think if Deion was 11-1, we aren't going to start hearing health issues.
Right.
I think you're going to start hearing health issues as this year goes on. And I don't see any. Do you see any way that Deion Sanders is the head football coach at Colorado? Maybe next year, but beyond. I don't see any way he's at all at Colorado.
I think because Deion, I just think he doesn't handle, and I'm not going to say he doesn't handle adversity. I think something within him, when he gets criticism, and he just like he chases rabbits, man.
Yes,
just
he lashes out.
And
yes.
At a certain point, especially if you're not winning, you're not bringing good enough press to your school for them to keep you. Like, I think he's done enough to put Colorado, like people have followed Colorado to the point where they're actually buying merchandise because it looks cool. And look, again, I don't think Colorado is the wrong job for him to like really try and improve, but just the way that he's going about it, he made it so distasteful, man. He's made himself so distasteful. Calling these guys out, the social media stuff, like, and you know, the things that they do on social media, I just wish they kept it more private.
Yeah.
A little bit more private.
I think one of Deion's bigger problems,
him coming in there talking about something. If you don't want to be here, you know, we're kicking you. Like, come on, man.
And I don't know if he has a right hand man, or B, if he does have a right hand man, does he listen? Because you have to listen to your right hand man.
Yeah.
What I've seen in barely 2 years now of Deion at Colorado, Deion, if I was your right hand man, look here, Deion. You don't have to fight every fight. There's not a rule that says every single, it's almost like marriage, right? Every time you come home, the littlest thing,
oh my God,
the littlest thing that wrinkles your feather, that doesn't have to turn into a battle. But Deion, every little fight,
but it's so baffling because I feel like he comes off sometimes as a very wise man.
I agree.
As a very wise and knowledgeable person.
And he does have a lot of knowledge out there.
Right. Like, dude was great, like, as a football player. And I think
beyond great.
And as a dad, you know, I feel like you learn a lot. It just seems like you're just like, what in the world is going on? Something. Thank you.
Hey, our tots are here.
Yeah. Well, you know, he went through health issues with, like, the compartment syndrome or whatever he had with his leg. Like, that had to be emotional. I don't know, man. It's been a lot. And and I wonder how much it's going to hurt his sons.
Yeah.
You know, moving forward.
I just can't see him. Can you see him, the Colorado
Best
Buffaloes?
Tater tots in Jacksonville.
They're good, man.
Jacksonville.
This restaurant here.
French fries are fine, but sometimes you want tater tots.
What's
you want
the deal?
that crunch.
Tater tots are just
cool. Hear that.
They're just like Napoleon Dynamite. Ooh. Hey, why don't you go ahead and eat them on the air, though? We don't care. Go ahead and eat them in front. Yeah. No, seriously, go ahead. You don't have to wait. Poor Deion. Let's get back to the NFL for a moment. Big game tonight. Jets, 49ers. That's I'd say the NFL.
Well, you feel like if and I know people have thought about it, if Aaron Rodgers gets a season-ending injury, would you feel terrible for him?
Oh, please, God.
Would you feel terrible for him?
I would never sit next to him on a plane if he gets injured tonight.
We've gotten so much Aaron Rodgers off the football field. It turns out that we don't really like him. You don't really like Aaron as much. And then on the field, you like, oh, man, this guy's just like a machine.
Yeah.
And now it's kind of like, man.
But you're going to watch tonight, and I'm going to watch tonight holding my breath. Every time he gets tackled, you're going to go, oh, no. I want to throw this out. And this was pretty consistent across the board, and I get it. Some people will come back and push back and say, give it some time, Terry. Give it some time, people out there. The NFL, they don't miss on much. The NFL is good / great at what they do. They're smart as hell. The NFL, they rarely miss. This new kickoff thing.
Oh, yeah.
It's stupid. Okay. Okay. This is Terry from JU. I know I'm not NFL executive. This new kickoff thing, the NFL.
It's so complicated.
They will change this.
They got to keep explaining it over and over and over and over.
And it's just dumb. You've got a guy 40 yards behind kicking across a line of 2 soldiers that can't move. They can watch the ball, and they'll probably keep it all year. It'll be gone. The NFL doesn't miss. The NFL kickoff thing, they've over-officiated this thing, and it's stupid. Pat, am I right? It's stupid.
Is it too much to ask to bring the kicker 5 yards back and go back to – look, I understand we want to prevent injuries, but somebody that's super smart can figure out a way that we can still have kick returns, because I think those are momentum changes, fumbles.
It's part of the game. You've told us for 175 years, offense, defense, special teams. No, special teams is just as important. It's 1/3, blah, blah, blah. And then you watch the college game. I love the college kickoff. I love it. And I think the college guys kick it too deep. If I did anything, I would back up the kicker in college 5 more yards to make returns. And I'm going to throw this. Well, wait a minute, Terry. They did it because of injury. You know what? I've been watching college football.
It's football.
And football for a long time. I don't have the numbers in front of me, but if I did, I do not think there is a huge percentage of more injuries on a kickoff than a standard football play. And I've been watching it a long time. And in my knowledge, in my memory bank,
I beg to say that
the
standard football play has a higher percentage of injuries than the kick. Look, kickoffs are like high speed.
And frankly, every offensive snap in the history of football, to me, the offensive coaches have tried their best to get a player to possess the football and have space to do stuff. They don't always achieve that.
No, that's the goal.
A kickoff, you've got a guy with the ball, theoretically.
Oh, look at this guy. He's officials. He's bringing his clubs in here.
You're damn right.
Oh, man.
Dude, that guy's big time here.
Yeah.
At Fore Score Golf. Dude, that's impressive. I can't lie.
First guy I've seen.
That's impressive. Guy's rolling in with his clubs at
He's
Fore
ready to
Score
go,
Golf.
man.
He's got to practice.
It's raining
Hey,
so
the
much.
hell of the rain. He's got some practice.
Have some fun. Have some beers while you're doing it. It's 5 o'clock.
By the way, have you been back there?
I haven't.
Oh, my God. There must be 40 people back there.
Really?
I
can hear them.
In the simulators, they're having a big old happy hour time. We need to be
I know, right? We need to be back there.
We got one right behind us.
As soon as we get out of here, I guarantee you this one's going to get filled up.
Oh, you think?
Yeah.
They're having a big old time, which is a cool thing about Fore Score Golf.
And this is Monday.
Yes,
everybody.
It's a Monday. And on the courses, most people said, we're canceling. Kill the tee time.
Yep.
You come here and play some golf.
Come here.
Did you know they have multiple sports?
Yeah.
These simulators are not just golf. It's cool.
It's awesome.
We've got to get Daniel Heilman, the owner and operator here. He's always gone by the time we get here. We got to get him on.
Oh, he gets here early. Yeah, well, look, I still haven't seen his face.
Yeah, we got to get him here. By the way, Fore Score Golf Tavern, second location is in the works, and it will be popping up over there by IKEA in the Gate Parkway area.
I drove through. When's the last time you drove through that area?
It's been a while.
I drove through. That's where you want to live, Terry.
You think?
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
Once you get a Wawa over there. But that area, because I used to live over in Bay Meadows at the apartment complex.
Gate Parkway.
Yep. There's like a little loop where Bay Meadows and Gate Parkway connect. I lived in an apartment complex there.
Well, that's
and a lot
where
of
the
the
ballpark
stuff
is at, that Fort Family Ballpark and all that.
Yep. Fort Family, man. That family. Goodness gracious.
Yeah.
But that area is only going to keep getting bigger and better.
Yeah.
Like,
do you know that Fort
everything
family?
You're going to want, it's going to. No, I don't.
I don't either.
Wish
But man,
I did. God.
I feel like I don't know the Fort family, but they seem to be so big in Jacksonville. Why do I not know the Fort family?
They're so rich.
But yeah, that area's going off, and they're putting another Fore Score Golf Tavern over there.
How does it work with housing? Because you provide housing, I'm sure they get some type of tax break. You have to.
You're
providing housing.
You think that is a neat area.
Yeah, it's a great area.
You're close enough to the town center. You're close enough to Tinseltown.
And they're so smart. IKEA is right there.
And they
get all your cheap furniture for your apartment right there.
And they did it years ago. IKEA.
Oh my gosh.
They know what they're doing. But no, you got the town center and the Tinseltown right there in the area.
Yeah.
Pretty cool. Pretty cool. All right, let's take our final break. Come back. We'll reset. A lot of Jaguar talk today. I hope you were with us in hour number one. Really difficult loss when you factor in how – I didn't realize this until I was watching the game, how banged up Miami was.
Yeah.
Ramsey was gimping around. The Dolphins' secondary was a mess. The Dolphins' defensive line, Jalen Phillips, only could play a few number of snaps, and they gutted it out.
They got to win,
Say what you want.
Say
Miami
what you want.
gutted it out. And, yes, the fumble. Yes, the this. Miami had about 6 drops themselves. They missed Tyreek Hill in the first half on a 70-yard touchdown or more. But the Dolphins found a way to win. What a gut punch for the Jaguars. And by the way, as we break, there's the training center for Jacksonville.
Miller.
They have to get a win Sunday. The Jaguars hosting Cleveland, 11%. That's the number you're going to hear all week. Since 1990, the numbers from the NFL, if you open up an NFL season 0-2, you only have an 11% chance of making the playoffs. Wow, you don't want to be 2 and done right out of the gate.
Sounds like our percent chance on going for it on 4th down, and we still keep going for it.
And they went for it on 4th and 31. That is another discussion. Back to wrap things up. Patric Young, Terry Norvelle, and you on a Monday. Our Monday home, of course, Fore Score Golf Tavern, right here in the heart of San Marco.
At Southeast Orthopedic Specialists, we know pain and injuries can stop you from doing what you love. This is why our board-certified orthopedic specialists offer the latest in both non-surgical and surgical treatment options and create a treatment plan tailored to your unique lifestyle and goals. So, whether it is a sports injury or that nagging pain that's keeping you from doing what you love, our team has the right treatment for you. For more information or to schedule an appointment online, visit our website.
Finally, a family atmosphere, kid-friendly restaurant with a real sports bar feel. Bricks Jack's Beach features all of that and a large, climate-controlled covered patio with misting fans and heaters for all seasons. Mix in an extremely diverse menu that features the most quality and affordable steak at the beach, and there's no reason not to enjoy your next lunch, dinner, happy hour, or big sporting event at Bricks Jack's Beach, 300 2nd Street North in Jacksonville Beach. See you at Bricks Jack's Beach.
You really got to hand it to him. Hold on.
The previous play is under further review.
I'm not sure what he could review, but okay. Sure has been a while. Dine in at Hurricane Grill and Wings for the football season. Well, there he is. Oh, what is that?
The Action Sports Jax 24/7 network is streaming. I'm Stuart Weber, and I'm here to teach you a nice 3-step process on how you can watch all your favorite programming from the Brent and Austin Show every weekday, 10 a.m. to 1 p.m., or the Cup Date with me. It's fantastic. We talk NASCAR. It's a great time. Wednesdays at 1 o'clock. All right, first step, easy. Download the Action News Jax app. You probably already have it downloaded on your phone, so you might already have that one taken care of. Step 2, see that stack of pancakes up there? You click that stack of pancakes, and it's going to bring down step number 3, which is a full screen of all the different streams that you can click on, including the Action Sports Jax 24/7 stream. You click that, the video's rocking and rolling on your mobile device, you're watching all the shows you want to, and you're having a good time. You can also do it on your smart TV with the Action News Jax Now app. I do it on my Samsung TV at home. It's a great way to watch it on a nice, large screen for all the content. That's the Action Sports Jax 24/7 network. Hope you can find it.
You trust CGC to make your water great, and now you can trust CGC with your plumbing needs as well. Fast, convenient scheduling, licensed and insured. A quick call away at 904-552-1242.
You never know when you're going to have an issue with a shower, toilet, or maybe it's a sink that sometimes is easy to fix. All right, let's be honest. I'm not fixing anything. I'm totally staging this because when I have a plumbing problem, I call CGC Water Treatment and Plumbing.
Trained professionals, transparent pricing, customer satisfaction. Small problem or even a bigger issue. Maybe you need a new tankless water heater or something a bit more intricate. The experts with 25 years of experience at CGC Water Treatment and Plumbing can do it all. Call 904-552-1242 or visit cgcwater.com. That's 904-552-1242 or cgcwater.com. CGC Water Treatment and Plumbing, an authorized independent Connecticut dealer. Florida license number CFC 1432579.
All right, back we are. There you have it. Right there. It doesn't lie. Home, away. You got to win a bunch of games on the right side. You got to win a bunch of games on the left side. And unfortunately, one of them is already on the bad side.
It should be an X scratched out on that Dolphins one there.
Hey, Patric Young, Terry Norvelle here, wrapping up the Young and Norvelle Show, coming to you from Fore Score Golf Tavern right here in San Marco. I've got our picks here. There's our trivia. What did I do, or did you hide our picks paper?
I mean,
we've gone over it.
You know what happened, Terry?
Where is
you were waving it at me.
Yes, I was. And what you?
I didn't do anything.
Did you steal? Patrick, I went to the bathroom.
There's this thing called karma that possibly. It's in there somewhere.
You stole it.
I never touched your little.
Patrick, this is our. Oh, got it. Just because you're being mean, and we have 4 minutes left, you were minus 30. You lost all games last week. So you went from we started at 100. We're doing a little bit, seeing how hard gambling is. We started at 100. We do a game for 5, for 10, and 15. You went minus 30. You missed all 3. You're from 100. You're down to 70. Now, I was at 90, but I was plus 10. So I'm back at 100.
I think the fans will disagree on who's being mean.
I got you. Facts. I'm just reading the facts. I'm at 100.
We've already talked about it.
You're minus.
See, I told you. I said Terry's the one.
30.
He'll bring it back. He'll bring it back up. He'll remind you.
It's early.
He'll
Patric,
remind you.
I'm rooting for you, buddy. It's early. I'm rooting for you. But you're down 30. We're not going against each other. We're going against 100. So I'm even.
Okay.
After 2 weeks, you're minus 30. You were even last week. You took a tumble, Patrick. Oklahoma State killed you. You had minus 8.5, and they lost by 8. Yeah. I mean, they won by 8.
They won by 8.
You needed a half.
Isn't that's the thing about this, though? I think I still made a good pick. It's still a good pick.
No. It's a loser. It's a loser. I know where you're going with that, though.
You still make, I chose all winner. No, I didn't.
No,
I chose Iowa lost, yeah.
Yeah, Iowa. I don't know how we're doing
Utah
on our
4 more points.
How are we doing? How do we find out our show versus show? It's us versus Brent and Austin, our midday show here on Action Sports Jacks, and Casey's weekend show. We are 4-2. We do 6 games, 3 college, 3 pro. I don't know where to check them out, but I think we're doing okay there, right? Now, what you and I have to do, and we only have 2 minutes left. We're not gamblers.
No,
we're self-admitted not gamblers. We're kind of banging our way through here. We need to, and I figured this out over the weekend. You and I, we need to understand we don't always have to take the favorite to cover. We can take the underdog to lose by enough that we, right?
Yeah.
I seem to always want to go favorite cover.
Right.
Favorite cover.
Yeah.
You can take underdog that gets 10
because it's not
as long as they lose by 6.
It's not straight up. Okay. Are there any straight up wins loss bets that you can make?
I don't know.
With no points?
I don't know. But you see what I'm saying? We got to get better at that. You and I always kind of
because we're doing it because I'm sure the way that these points and covers go, like $15 on the 8.5. I'm sure if I would have won that, it will return more than $15.
More.
But the way that we're doing it, it's clean.
Do you want to take a picture of that?
I don't need to take a picture.
You good?
Oh my gosh.
You good? You went minus.
Guy?
Hey, you realize we can only do plus 30 or minus 30. That's the best or worst we can do. You just rolled the minus 30. Dude, how does that make you feel? Patrick, how does that make you feel when you let me find out where we're at, Patrick. Are we done?
Yeah.
We got 150. Oh, golf tournament, real quick.
Oh yeah, golf tournament.
You got 50 seconds. Talk about the golf tournament.
50 seconds. So
it's coming up,
hate
dude.
to say it, everybody, but the golf tournament is sold out.
Way to go,
but we
people.
still have 9 hole sponsors left.
Okay,
That's
way
it.
to go, people.
9 hole sponsorships left. That's it.
And anything else? I mean,
is that Southampton?
Can they volunteer?
We can use volunteer. Yeah, volunteers. That's something we always kind of wait till the end.
Monday, September
23rd.
So it's a couple Mondays from now.
Yep.
The big third annual, and it's a lot of fun.
Let me
it's a lot of fun.
Let this one guy. I got the speaking engagement coming up here next week for the Jacksonville Bar Association. The attorney's going to be there.
Oh, we need an attorney.
Two things
we need an attorney.
We need an attorney.
Sports and courts.
I want to try and get an attorney.
10,
and also,
9, 8,
well, everybody enjoy the game tonight.
7,
it's a great Monday coming
6,
to you from Fore Score Golf Tavern in
4,
San Marco. Have
3,
a great Monday.
2, 1. Good night, everybody.
I completely forgot about the time. Yeah.
For those dealing with pain from a sports injury, arthritis, or spine condition, Southeast Orthopedic Specialists offers innovative new non-surgical options. Our regenerative medicine treatments, including platelet-rich plasma and other regenerative treatments, use your body's own restorative cells to aid in treating injuries. These procedures are performed in our offices and typically require minimal downtime. If you want to get back to doing what you love, our regenerative treatment options may be right for you. For more information or to schedule an appointment online, visit our website.
Finally, a family atmosphere, kid-friendly restaurant with a real sports bar feel. Rick's Jack's Beach features all that and a large, climate-controlled covered patio with misting fans and heaters for all seasons. Mix in an extremely diverse menu that features the most quality and affordable steak at the beach, and there's no reason not to enjoy your next lunch, dinner, happy hour, or big sporting event at Rick's Jack's Beach, 300 2nd Street North in Jacksonville Beach. See you at Rick's Jack's Beach.
You really got to hand it to him. Hold on.
The previous play is under further review.
I'm not sure what he could review, but okay. Sure has been a while. Dine in at Hurricane Grill and Wings for the football season. Well, there he is. Oh, what is that?
Hey everyone, Olivia Tasley here from Action Sports Jacks to tell you all the different ways you can watch our new 24/7 network. 3 easy steps. You don't even need a pen and paper to write it down. Step number 1, download the app. Search Action News Jacks in your app store either on your phone or your smart TV. Then, once you're on the app, click on that little drop-down menu in the upper left-hand corner with the 3 little lines. That'll show you these options, and boom, right here, click Action Sports Jacks 24/7, and you will be brought to our continuous stream channel. That app can be accessed through all these different platforms. Whether you have Roku, Fire TV, Smart TV, Apple TV, or Google TV, you can find our app. Now, if you don't have access to the app, don't worry, we still got you covered. We're across all social media platforms from Facebook, Instagram, X, YouTube, Twitch. We have a podcast channel. Plus, check out our short reels on our TikTok. Action Sports Jacks 24/7. It's on all the time and everywhere.
It's a new logo, new branding. With Bold City Heating and Air, it's an old school approach. One of the few locally owned and operated air conditioning businesses left in Jacksonville.
It's hot, Florida in the summer. You can't do much to avoid it, but you can keep cool with Bold City Heating and Air.
It's every customer counts kind of service, from when these trucks have pulled up to my home over the last couple of years and when they pull into your driveway as well. From communication to pricing to the actual service, everyone at Bold City Heating and Air cares about you. You know who is coming to your house. You know they will be well trained and they will respect your home. Air conditioning convenience at boldcityac.com.
Stay cool while it gets hot. Bold City Heating and Air can help. Don't get caught sweating all summer. boldcityac.com, and they have financing to help. New systems starting at $110 a month and $50 off any repairs.
Stay safe, stay comfortable with Bold City Heating and Air at boldcityac.com. Homegrown.